Wherever I lay my hat, that's my home.
Well, I just wrote a song not long ago called Wherever I Hang My Heart is Home. I can throw my hat anywhere, but my heart is in my home, which is me.
During the late 60s, you were blacklisted in the States because you spoke out against American intervention in the Vietnam War. Your career in the States came to a sudden halt. You were forced to find work overseas. Did you ever think of giving up your US citizenship
No.
During that time?
No, because no matter what citizenship you have, you may have the same problem. I'm quite sure that the German people did not want to be involved in wars. I'm quite sure that the Canadians did not want to be involved in wars. Any of us mothers, particularly, who born the children into this world, whom we want to be here for our future and their future, we do not want to have somebody sitting in a big chair anywhere, no matter which part of the world it is, to tell my child that now you are of age and you must go out and kill. I don't believe in that. And I think that man should be intelligent enough in this 20th century, and now we're coming up with the 21st century, is it now? That man should be, by now, for heaven's sakes, after millions of years, intelligent enough to realize that wars kill and do not mend. They wound and they do not heal anything or anybody. So why would a government allow me to bring my child into a world? I pay for it to be brought into the world through the emotional pains and the physical pains, which happen to be very rewarding. And then I pay taxes for this child to be taken away from me by my government, to be shot or killed or maimed or learn to hate. And the government brings out this animal killing instinct of our children, and they bring them back from these wars, if they are lucky enough to come back from the wars, and they don't detoxify this kind of instinct. They throw them back into the society and expect them to go on the way they were the day before they were sent off to the war. And they don't know how many diseases or what kind of diseases they come back with, what kind of emotional disturbances they have. And I think it's very unfair to the children, to our young people. And these men who sit in these big chairs, I wrote a poem about that many years ago when Nixon was in the big, and I called it the man in the seat. And I hope that I am able to say this poem one of these days, because it tells you about how me, as a mother, as a woman, as a citizen, not only of my own country, but a citizen of the world, feels about men who send the children off to wars and do not detoxify that killer instinct when they come back. And they wonder why there's so many people on the street who are wandering around begging. You don't know if these boys are from the Vietnam War, from the Korean War, from the Gulf War. And we know men who are from the First World War who are still wandering around, wondering what happened. And I am, as a woman, I'm still wondering, why do we fight each other and teach hatred? You have to teach the children to hate. They don't hate on their own. I don't think so. Like the song says, you have to be very carefully taught to hate. But love is an instinctive thing. I don't think hatred is. It may be, but hatred can be controlled. I don't think you can ever control love. And that's why in many ways, I think love should be controlling the world, not weapons.
But how can you control the emotion of love?
Don't try. Let it go.
Have you seriously thought of publishing your poem?
I have so many poems sitting on my desk at home. But I don't think that I have reached a point of being, I guess the word is egotistical. I don't have that kind of ego yet to put my poems into a book. But I am going to be 71 years old come January 17, and I don't have too many more years. So I'm quite sure that my daughter will eventually put them into a book. Maybe any minute now.
Well, you appear to be constantly working more and more What drives you to continue working so hard when your contemporaries appear to have given up their careers?
I don't think that anything we love is giving up. I love my work. I don't like the nonsense that goes on around it. I don't like the ugliness in the back of show business itself. But I love my work. I love that contact with the people. I love the love of people. And I love the idea of being able to sustain myself in the manner in which the public feels comfortable with. And I too am very comfortable with that. And since I do love my work, there is no reason why I should think in terms of quitting. I'm not saying that I'm going to go on traveling as much as I'm traveling now, because I tell you the truth, darling, you were 30 or 40 years old, not even, you're just 30. That one is 30, and this one maybe is 35. You can go on physically for a very long time. But now I'm 70 and I'm getting tired of the travel, but not tired of work. So there is no reason why I should give up as long as the public wants me. Besides, I do have a chaise lounge on the stage. I can always recline and still be a bit naughty.